What's up guys, Kashikage here. This is going to be my Black Widow movie review. Sorry this was supposed to be up earlier, but you know, shit happens. So the basic premise of Black Widow is Natasha confronting the things in her past, things that she did, the program she was in that made her who she was, and basically everything that she thought she'd left behind before that she kind of has to deal with now because she's on the run from Captain America Civil War. And while she's trying to uncover the secrets from her past, there's also a side villain, Taskmaster, who I'll talk about in a bit, who basically stops at nothing to try to stop her from doing so. So this is going to be light spoilers since it's already out. I'm not going to talk about heavy spoilers. I'm not going to heavy spoil anything, or I don't know, I might. But basically, I just want to keep it vague enough for people that probably have not seen the movie yet. So here we go. So after sitting through what I might call the worst possible Nirvana cover ever, I'm going to have to ask Marvel not to do that shit again. So I saw a few movie reviewers that were comparing this movie to Winter Soldier. I actually have a better comparison for you. While I was watching this movie, it really felt more like a Jason Bourne movie. If you've ever seen like The Bourne Identity, The Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum, they're really good movies. I recommend watching them. But that's exactly what this felt like. This felt like more of a Bourne movie than The Winter Soldier. So this movie kind of goes from like really dark and serious and gritty to like kind of trying to make you laugh, throwing some humor in there, to also trying to be like a super big budget Marvel movie. And they try to like throw it together, and it just does not work out. I'm just going to say it did not work for me. The premise of the plot was pretty good, but the villain, it was horrible. You only saw him like twice, and then there was so much potential for what they could have done with him, but at the end they kind of threw it away for, some political crap about misogyny. Typical politics stuff, so stupid. So they wasted him. Taskmaster, that was the dumbest reveal ever. Like I knew I knew who Taskmaster was, I think like 20 minutes into the movie. Yeah, I think about 20 minutes into the movie I figured out who Taskmaster was. And it's so obvious because they like usually like if you know Marvel, they always do that thing where it's like, oh, with a big reveal, you think it's this person, but it's actually not. And they tried to do it here. It didn't work. Like once you get to that point, and they try to throw you off because someone says something and you're like, oh, okay, well, they say that, so it must be this. And it's like, no, you can't fool me. Like you're trying to throw me off the course, but no, I know what this is. Like I know that's not who you're telling me, it is. So anybody who watches that movie, you probably figured out who Taskmaster was like super quick. And it was really stupid because like I know who I know who Taskmaster is as a villain, and I felt like there was so much more they could have done if they, made it who he was before, because then he wouldn't have a direct tie. Well, he could have had a direct tie with her, but then he could have also, carried on and kept doing, his own thing. But Marvel just like one-shots him and throw him away, for this one little, plot inconvenience. And I mean, like, it was a cool villain, but it's just so wasted, Like I said before, the movie was a little bit too serious for me. I couldn't really, like, me and my friend were just watching it. I took her to go see it. What was this, 2 days ago? And about maybe like 30 minutes into the movie, and like for most of the rest of it, we were just like leaning on each other, like falling asleep. And we would get up, for the action scenes because, there's some pretty cool action fight scenes with Taskmaster. But other than that, man, I wasn't interested in this movie that much. Except I'm not saying this movie is completely bad. I'm just saying overall, I just did not get a good experience from it. But there were some really great characters. Actually, there were only two. I'm going to be honest. Well, that's for me. That's my own opinion. But I'm saying, like, for me, there were only two great characters. And that was Yelena, Natasha's sister. And then there was Red Guardian, her dad. Oh, my gosh, dude. Those two stole the entire movie. The entire movie. Yelena was amazing. She was super funny. Like, if Yelena carries on and becomes like the new Black Widow or White Widow, because of, I don't know, she might, use that little white jumpsuit they had, I would have zero complaints. I would have absolutely zero complaints if Yelena became, the new version of, Black Widow, or she wants to do White Widow, whatever. I would put her in. Put her in. You have my wholehearted backing. David Harbour did amazing as Red Guardian, but they didn't use him that much. And that was such a letdown, because I was like, this dude looks pretty cool. I started looking up his backstory after I saw the trailer. And, he has a really pretty cool backstory. So I was like, okay, I want to see more of this guy. I hope, he's in the movie. And he was in the, more in the movie. But he wasn't. Like, they barely used him. And it was so much lost potential. And it was just like, Marvel, what are you doing, man? And this is no, offense to, Black Widow, but it's crazy how, her dad and her sister outshine her in her own movie. It's just like, I don't know, man. I really wasn't feeling it. This was kind of on par with Thor: The Dark World, as in terms of watchability. Like, I don't think I want to see it twice. And it's not a horrible movie. It's certainly not the worst movie, but it just did not keep me interested. And I was kind of just dozing off unless something really exciting happened. So, man, I don't know. I think that's all I can really talk about, as in terms of without getting into spoilers. So I feel like I'd say give it a shot. At least go see it once, and then tell me what you thought about it. But overall, I would not go see this movie twice. I wouldn't. But let me know what you guys thought when you saw it, because like I said, this is all my opinion. Everyone has their own opinions, So if you saw it and you loved it, that's great. I'm so happy for you. But I'm just saying, as for me, I just did not like it that much. I did love Yelena. I did love, David Harbour's character, Red Guardian. Scarlett Johansson was okay. I like Taskmaster, but that character is so underused in this movie. And then what they did, the reveal, it's too obvious. It's way too obvious. And then on top of that, I just rather it had been, the original character, because there was so much more stuff that could have been done. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. Like I said, if you saw it, let me know what you thought about it. Go ahead and share your opinion. I'll be here. I'll be looking at your comments, because that's what I do. I am here for you. So, are there any other movies coming out late? I don't know. I think there's some more movies coming out. I'm not sure. I haven't really been up to date because I've been gaming. So I will be back with more videos. I don't know when, but I will be. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace.
She calls me day and night. I'm sorry, girl, you just don't make me feel right. I never meant to make you cry. You were right.